Vanakkam and a very happy morning to all of you. Let me welcome all of you to this two-day national level workshop on sensitizing and training the disabled people's organizations, the DPOS, organized by the Higher Education for Persons with Special Need, the HEPSN Enabling Unit, and the Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities under the MSJE, Ministry of Social Justice Empowerment, Government of India, with knowledge partners as my own Department of Management Studies, and Center for Study of Social Exclusion and Inclusive Policy, and of course our great library of Pondicherry University, and as usual our Satya Special School from Puducherry. With that, let me now request our honorable dignitaries to decorate our stage. Now we have Professor Victor Anand Kumar of Department of Management Studies, and he is the liaison and grievance officer for the differently able persons in our university. He's a very vibrant professor and a very popular professor in our department, and a person who has won a lot of Best Faculty Award from our department. So it's really, I felt really very happy that Sir has assumed this charge, and I know that he will be doing wonders in this position. So now let me welcome Professor Victor Sir to deliver the welcome address. Sir, please.
Respected dignitaries on stage, colleagues, guests, and friends. On behalf of HEPSN and the community of differently able faculty and students, I take immense pleasure in welcoming you to this two-day workshop on sensitizing and training the the disabled people's organizations. This is a workshop to sensitize on the opportunities and train on the needs and the requirements that are to be met. And I'm so happy I have the task of welcoming the dignitaries for this workshop. It's such an honor to have the Director of Studies, Professor Tarnikarasu, with us. He's a very eminent scientist, a very proven administrator, and it's an honor to have you with us, sir. Not long ago, Pondicherry University won the award from the Government of India as the best employer for differently abled. And we are so happy that we have someone like Professor Tarnikarasu in the top management of this university to take this further. I'm sure inclusion is at the heart of Pondicherry University. Welcome, sir, to this workshop, and we look forward to your presidential address. And I also have take great pleasure in welcoming our librarian, Professor Vijay Kumar. Thank you, sir, for your presence here. Right now, he is technically our host because we are in his building, making use of this beautiful facility in our library. This library is a very accessible library. We are immensely proud of that fact. And I'm sure under Sir's leadership, this library will continue to stay accessible, continue to stay open, and continue to help many more people who have special needs. And besides that, we have two very important guests with us. We have Mr. Varadakuti, Chartered Accountant. Sir will be delivering the keynote address. I Googled your name and I was very impressed and very inspired at what I saw, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today. Mr. Varadakutti has 4 decades of service to the differently abled. He is a practicing chartered accountant but manages to find time, energy, and resources to help people with special needs. He also edits the Udavi Karam magazine, which has a very good reputation and circulation. Besides that, sir also serves on the advisory boards plus the committees of several government departments, and those committees work on policy making for the differently abled. So we have a very special person, and I'm sure his keynote address will be an eye-opener during this inauguration. And we look forward to have Mrs. Chitra Shaw very soon. I understand that Madam is on her way. She will be joining us. But allow me to say a couple of words about Madam Chitra Shaw. She has 18 years of experience working with the differently abled. She started the Satya Special School in 2003 with 20 special children. Not many organizations get to grow 50 times in 20 years, but Satya Special School today has 1,029 special children under the umbrella. It's an accredited, award-winning, plus a model school for special children. I'm sure ma'am will be addressing us a little later during the course of the day. Look forward to plenty of inspiration, plenty of ideas, and a great example that all of us can emulate. And I'm also delighted that we have my colleagues, Dr. Chidambaram and also Dr. Kuppaswamy with us. Well, if I noticed it, I think Madam Chitra Shaw is just entering the hall. Thank you very much, ma'am. I just spoke about Satya Special School, which has grown 50 times in 20 years. We are very proud of you, ma'am. And my special word of welcome to all the participants. You are the true heroes of this workshop because this is for you. But for you, this workshop is not needed. And I'm glad you have come with a desire to get sensitized about the opportunities and also to be trained on how you can meaningfully engage the very special, differently abled people in our society, in our country at large. And I welcome each one of you. I'm sure these 2 days will be very fruitful. Welcome to the university. Enjoy our campus. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Victor, sir. And now let me invite our dynamic coordinator of HEPSN, the enabling unit, Dr. A. Chidambaram. He will be talking you about the workshop, what is intended in this workshop. We all know how dynamic he is, so I need not say anything about that. He is working tirelessly for the cause of disabled even before coming to the university and even after that. And he is constantly organizing these workshops, these programs. He has organized many conferences and seminars with the NIPMED, the National Institute for Empowerment of Persons with Multiple Disabilities, the RCI, and he is very passionate to start the Center for Disability Studies.
I will start my speech. You are all well aware that without determination, without vision, without hard work, nothing will materialize. So all of you have made it in the field. That's why you are here in this campus. First of all, I would like to welcome all of each and every one of you to be attending in this 2 days national workshop, sensitizing and training various welfare programs, what Victor sir rightly pointed out. What are the different opportunities are there for persons with disabilities? And important thing is we need to have a cross-disability sensitization. Generally, we used to work, if the visually challenged association or organization, they will be specifically working on visually challenged. If there is ortho, locomotor disability, they will be specifically working on locomotor. If it's a hearing impairment, they will be working on hearing impairment alone. But what I personally felt, there is need for cross disability sensitization, and also there is need for common platform to work, or they could influence their, they could request their, demand to the government. For that, there is need for common platform. For the purpose only, I thought of, I'm just discussing with my couple of my friends. Then this workshop has come out. So first of all, I would like to thank the dignitaries, those who are sitting, on the dais. Without their support, without the university support, without the administration support, nothing, we cannot do anything. So special thanks goes to our university administration, our Vice Chancellor, and I like to thank our Director Study. So yesterday, just at the same time, I just interacting with him. So he said a lot of valuable points. So he just sharing with me. Hopefully, you will enlighten those information to all of you. Very highly philosophical information just sharing with us. So we are grateful to you, sir, for you spending your valuable time and coming here. I would like to thank our welcoming our Vijay Kumar sir. So whatever request I am making before him, he will say first thing is go ahead. So that is a support he will give. So Vijay Kumar sir, I will welcome on behalf of HEPSN. We are welcoming entire team and your continuous support for this. So Satya Social School, no need to tell about it, but Victor sir itself they told. So Satya Social School, whatever help without making any written communications, through oral if you make, then definitely they will be with us. They will be doing that. So for that, I would like to thank Sitra Shah, and she accepted to become facilitating in the program. So welcoming ma'am. So this program, actually my topic is I want to give a note on the 2 days workshop. Actually, this workshop, we visualize that we need to have a common togetherness is required to make understanding on our issues. So for that, this 2 days workshop definitely going to be helpful to you. There are 8 different sessions going to take place. These 8 different sessions, we are going to know about what important data on enumeration for persons with disabilities are important. Then we are going to talk about how, what kind of role as a DPOS, as a disabled people organization, can play in the grassroots level. What kind of coordinations is required among ourselves, and what are the way we need to visualize our demand considering the present technological development. So for that also we have a topic is there. There another important topic is there to talk about accessibility. So if you see in our university, the not only library, even you can go any places except few buildings that have been constructed before 9th plan period. So during 11th, 12th plan period, what are buildings constructed? All the buildings we have at least ramp and railing facilities are there. Each and every building there is a disabled toilets are there. That much sensitivity is there in our department, there in our university. They will start work for inclusion. So in that way, our university administrations have given, according to 1995 Act, they are given 3% reservations. Now they are going for 4% reservation as per the RPWD Act. In that way, our universities are doing justice to our communities. So these informations I want to pass through you in your localities. So you are the ambassadors. You can take these facilities what is available in Pondicherry University. You could have taken into your people. Then you could have make more number of people to come and avail these resources. The resources are here, needs are other side. So only thing is to bridging these two resources, we need a people. So we have identified the DPOs as the right people to bridging the gap. So I hope this workshop definitely going to serve that. Anyway, next session I'm going to talk. I will going to elaborate more on that with your easy to understanding language. So this is regarding this HEPSN. There is an important thing I want to highlight here. HEPSN is nothing but higher education for person with special need. It's a University Grant Commission's project. As per this act, as per this university norm, each and every institutions, any colleges or higher learning institutions, they need to have a cell on higher education for person with special need. But unfortunately, very few institutions are having that. So here around 30 faculties are here. I'm really happy about it. So these 30 faculties, you can go with this information, you can start the similar unit in your institution. For that, Pondicherry University, definitely our administration is going to guide you, support you what to do, what to be done in the, how to establish an HEPSN cell in your area. Because our intention is, if you establish a cell, then automatically service will go to our own people. If there is no cell where to address, where to interact, no one will have information. Even I am from rural, very highly backward rural area. So based on the radio news, based on the, previously they used to have a 655 or 55 there is a news in AIR. Seidi Tuligal Norum. And the Seidi Tuligal have got information. There is a school for blind. Up to 10th standard, I am not aware there is a school for the blind. Okay, if I am not having that information on that day, so I will be working in somewhere in the field only. Okay, so I will be working as an agricultural laborer in some villages. Okay, so that information is enlightening my life. It makes me to come to this stage. Okay, so the same information if you carry into your own place, then lakhs and lakhs of people come to higher learning. They will upgrade their positions. That is the motivation behind this seminar. Anyway, we are going to talk more on that. Thanks for opportunities, Madan sir. Anyway, we will discuss in detail later. Thank you.
Thank you, Chidambaram sir. Now it's time to honor our dignitaries. Let me request our Honorable Director, Professor Pondicherry sir, to honor our special guest, Mr. Vardagutti. Sir, please.
Good morning to all. It's my pleasure and I will be thankful to the organizing team who provided an opportunity to deliver an inaugural address. Before that, I would like to submit my special wishes to the chairman of the function, Professor Pondicherry, the Director Studies, Education Innovations, Rural and Reconstruction. Then the keynote speaker, Shri T.A.P. Vardagutti, who is the Chartered Account Editor and Chief of Udayakaram. Once again, my special wishes to Mrs. Chitra Shah, the founder and director of Satya Special School, Pondicherry, who made a dominant role in providing in extending the academic environment for special children. Yes, my congratulations to Dr. A. Chidambaram, who is playing a vital role in conducting this program, accompanied by Professor Victor Anand Kumar and Professor Kuppuswamy. There is a need of sensitizing and training workshop for the day, because we have to reach the unreached disabled persons. World Health Organization revealed that 15% of the world total population is disabled people. Among 80% of them are living in the developing countries. As per the 2011 census, in India, 2.2 crore disabled people are living. In this regard, there is a need to bridge the gap between the facilities or hospitalities extended by the central government or state government to the unreached user. In this regard, I will convey my best wishes to Dr. A. Chidambaram. In addition to that, what will happen? We are sensitizing only for the disabled people. This is wrong. We have to give the awareness or sensitizing to the government officials also, to the NGOs also, the employees or the employers who are involved in the NGO, government officials. We have to create awareness for them, because they should have a professional ethics. What will happen? In one side, government of India or the respective state government are spending in terms of crore, but that project is one fine evening it will be there in the dustbin. If it is okay, what is the use? So there should be a awareness and training program for the government officials and employees of the NGO also. Another is there, community. We have to give a training, we have to give a awareness for the common people also, because common people should know how to behave with the disabled people, isn't it? Actually, what will happen? I'm the librarian. If I'm entering the room or exiting the room, I should show my identity. Yes, I'm the librarian. I have to introduce. I have to say as usual. I should not show the more concern. In the normal way, in the natural way, I have to say, hi, good morning, how are you? If they're unable to say, shake my hand, at least I should have a gentle touch with the shoulder, only with the palm or shoulder, not other parts of the body, like this. Even if some people are entering into the room to attend this conference, we should not say, go and sit. The participant should be accompanied by a person where the seat is vacant. They have to show, please sit. Otherwise, go 10 steps ahead, turn 3 steps. In the second row, third seat is vacant. Like this, we have to show our identity. Even during the exit also, yes, due to some unavoidable situation, I am leaving. Otherwise, what will happen? The visually disabled people will think, yes, the librarian is here or our director is here, isn't it? So our entry and exit should be authenticated to the audience. In addition to that, we should give a training for the children also, because from childhood itself we have to train how to behave with the disabled people. There are so many types of disabled, types are there as per the 2016 Act of Rights of Personality with Disability Act something. In this way, this is my concern. Another thing, what happened in the traffic signal is there. If I'm visually disabled person, how I can cross the road? There should be a audio should be there, speaker should be there. Even as Dr. Chidambaram told, the environment where the disabled people is entering, it should be very safer. It should be independent. Environment means it may be a university environment, it may be playground environment, it may be shopping mall environment. In this environment, the disabled people should access the entire environment safely, isn't it? Meanwhile, they should not depend upon anyone. They should have an independency also. This is one barrier. Another barrier is their attitude barrier. Most of the people who are staying in our society, they have attitude barrier. Attitude in the sense, yes, is disabled person, is visually disabled. How he can read, how we can access the school. We have to change this attitude. Even we have to change attitude is physically disabled. How we will play the game, how we will sing a song. I witnessed Dr. A. Chidambaram, he conducted a sports competition for the visually disabled people also. If I'm not, it's a volleyball, isn't it, sir? Like that. So we should avoid the attitude behavior. Here we have to show the concern, isn't it? Like this, we have to train the disabled people to know what are the rights they have. Early days, it is a charity. Now the government of India made charity into a right. It's a privilege for you. Then the officials or both government officials and NGO officials to show their ethics, to bridge the gap between the hospitality or facility extended by the government to the disabled community, and for the once again to Aam Aadmi. Like this, due to paucity of time, if I deliver a lecture, I will take in terms of hour, but I will stop here itself. Kindly show the concern, give the opportunity, so that to bridge the gap, to live independently, to live safely. And once again, I will be thankful to the organizing team who provided an opportunity to deliver this inaugural address. I'm happy to deliver this inaugural address. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Just before the epidemic, just before the COVID, HEPSN was organizing many such programs which our librarian was asking for. We organize a sensitization program where we blindfold the normal people so that they can experience the plight of visually impaired. We also organize many programs, especially with Satya Special School. Chitra ma'am used to be very kind, and she used to help in all our programs. Yes, that's why we have our Chitrasha ma'am here in the midst us to deliver the felicitation address. As Victor sir said, Satya Special School is really developing, expanding leaps and bounds. And I think recently the Pondicherry government has also given a project to the Satya Special School, which is a big recognition of the special functioning of the school. And even during the pandemic, they were doing commendable job and imparting education is nothing less or nothing more. That is the ultimate. If you are able to impart education, then you are giving life. So it's a real honor that we have Chitra Shah ma'am doing exactly that for the specially able children in Pondicherry. So it's a real privilege for us to have ma'am to deliver the felicitation address. Madam, please.
University, வெறும் அகாடமிக்ஸும் ரிசர்ச்சும் மாத்திரம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கலாம். NGOs இல்லைன்னா DPOS கூப்பிட்டு வேலை பண்ணணுன்ற அவசியமே கிடையாது. பட் ஆனால் இது பண்ணணும், இதோட இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் புரிஞ்சு இவங்களால இவ்வளோ பேரை ஒன்று சேர்க்க முடியுங்கிறது வந்து ஐ திங்க் ஹேட்ஸ் ஆஃப் டு ஆல் ஆஃப் யூ. ரியலி அப்ரிஷியேட் யுவர் செல்ஃப். I think sometimes though we are in a very, very small town like Pondicherry, we are very lucky because we have access to resources like this. Sometimes when I speak to the other NGOs outside Pondicherry, and when we say no, we were in the university today, எப்படி access கிடைச்சது, எப்படி உள்ள போனீங்க, யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் உங்கள் NGOs எப்படி உள்ள இருக்காங்க. So I think this is one example. நான் ஜென்ரலாக எனக்கு டிசபிலிட்டி ஃபீல்டில் ஒரு சின்ன இஷ்யூ என்ன அப்படின்னா, எல்லாருமே வேலை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். All of us are doing some amazing work. ஆனால் எல்லாம் தனித்தனியாக வேலை பண்ணுறோம். நெட்வொர்க் பண்ணி ஒட்டுமொத்தமாக வேலை பண்ணால் நம்மளோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த் இல்லை. சார் வந்து 15% ஆஃப் த பாப்புலேஷன் இந்தியாவில் பாண்டிச்சேரியில் 30,000 பேர் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. அந்த 30,000 பேருக்கு நிறைய ஆர்கனைசேஷன்ஸ், சத்யா ஸ்பெஷல் ஸ்கூல் மாத்திரம் இல்லை, so many organizations that are doing some amazing work. அப்போ அவங்க எல்லாம் பண்ணுற வேலையை ஒன்றா எடுத்துகிட்டு வந்து sometimes solutions are with us. நம்ம கிட்ட தான் நம்மளோட பிரச்சனைக்கு தீர்வே இருக்கு. வெளியிலேருந்து யாரும் வந்து கொடுக்கவே முடியாது. Because we only understand ourselves first. இப்போ ஒரு மன வளர்ச்சி குன்றிய ஒரு குழந்தைக்கு என்ன வேணுங்கிறது வந்து ப்ராபப்ளி an organization like us இல்லைன்னா அந்த அப்பா அம்மா அவங்களுக்கு தான் தெரியுமே தவிர வெளியிலேருந்து வர யாருக்குமே தெரியாது. அதே மாதிரி தான் ஆக்சசபிலிட்டியும். ஒரு வீல் சேர் யூஸருக்கு தான் தெரியும் அந்த ரோட்ல பள்ளமா இருந்தா என்ன பிரச்சனை வருது. நல்லா படிச்சுட்டு அந்த ஆர்கிடெக்டுக்கு கூட தெரியாது, இவர் கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட். ஸோ சம்டைம்ஸ் ஐ ஃபீல் ப்ராப்ளம் எங்க அப்படின்னா நாம ரொம்ப பேச மாட்டேங்கிறோம். எது இருந்தாலும் அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டு, எது இருந்தாலும் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிட்டு போகிறது வந்து ஐ திங்க் தட் இஸ் வை சென்சிடைசேஷன் ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் லைக் திஸ் ஆர் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். அண்ட் அந்த ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்டிவோட எடுத்து பண்ணது ஐ திங்க் நிறைய ப்ரோக்ராம் அட்டென்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். அண்ட் ஐ எம் ரியலி அமேஸ்ட். அவங்களுக்கும் அவங்க டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ஸில் நிறையா வேலை இருக்குது, அது எல்லாத்தையும் ஒதுக்கி வச்சுட்டு இது பண்ணணும். ஏன்னா வந்து மினிஸ்ட்ரி ஆஃப் சோஷியல் ஜஸ்டிஸ் அண்ட் எம்பவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு எங்களுக்கு ஆக்சஸ் கிடையாது. ஐ திங்க் தி யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஹேஸ் பெட்டர் ஆக்சஸ். ஸோ அப்படி இருக்கும்போது somebody like the Pondicherry University bringing us all together. First வந்து I think the vision behind this, salute to all of you in HEPSN and the university. because I guess the first நாங்கள் வந்து RPWD Act பற்றி பேசுறது வந்து பாண்டிச்சேரி யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் தான் நடந்தது. அன்னைக்கு தான் ஒரு விழிப்புணர்வு அவர் தான் டாக்டர் சிதம்பரம் தான் இனிஷியேட் பண்ணாரு. ஈவன் ஃபார் பீப்புள் லைக் அஸ் ஹூ ஆர் ஒர்க்கிங் இன் த ஃபீல்டில் அந்த லால நிஜமாவே என்ன சொல்லியிருக்குன்னு அன்னைக்கு தான் புரிய வச்சாரு. ஸோ ஐ திங்க் யூ கேன் டேக் ஆல் த கிரெடிட் ஃபார் வாட் எவர் ஒர்க் இஸ் ஹேப்பனிங் ஹியர். இன்க்ளூஷனை பற்றி அவ்வளோ நல்லா சொல்லியிருக்க அந்த ஆக்ட்லன்னு தான் நேற்று ஐ எம் வெரி வெரி ஹாப்பி டு ஷேர் தட் ஃபார் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூலில் ஒரு இன்க்ளூசிவ் கிளாஸ் ரூம் ஒன்று ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிட்டு inclusive playground for children and the school Lospet school that we have launched it yesterday. First time 15 to 20 intellectually disabled children government school enroll ஆயிருக்காங்க. நீங்க government official sensitize பண்ணத பத்தி பேசுனீங்க. Yesterday I understood that even somebody has probably qualified as a headmaster of a school actually thinks மாற்றுத்திறனாளி பிள்ளைங்களா என்ன படிக்க முடியும் அப்படிதான் கேட்குறாரு. பட் தென் வென் ஐ டோல்ட் ஹிம் பாண்டிச்சேரி யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் வந்து ஸ்பெஷலாக கோட்டா இருக்குது, ஃபீஸே பே பண்ண வேண்டாம். ஹீ ஹேட் நோ ஐடியா. ஹி லிட்ரலி ஹேட் நோ ஐடியா த ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ் தட் ஆர் ஆஃபர்ட் ஹியர். ஆக்சசபிலிட்டி பற்றியும் பிரெயின் லைப்ரரி பற்றியும் சொன்னால் அப்படியா மேடம் அப்படியெல்லாம் இருக்கான்னு புதுசாக கேட்குற மாதிரி கேட்குறாரு. ஸோ ஐ திங்க் வாட் இஸ் நாட் தேர் இஸ் அவேர்னஸ். இந்த குரூப்புக்கு அவேர்னஸ் கொடுத்து சென்சிட்டைஸ் பண்ணுறது. அப்போ இங்கேருந்து நாம் வெளியில் எடுத்துகிட்டு போக வேண்டியது என்ன அப்படின்னா இந்த மெசேஜை இன்னும் ஒரு 10 பேருக்கு நாம் இது வந்து ஒரு ரிப்பலிங் எஃபெக்ட் மாதிரி நம்மளுக்கு தெரிஞ்ச ஒரு விஷயத்த இன்னொரு 10 பேர் அந்த 10 பேர் இன்னொரு 10 பேர் அப்படி ஸ்ப்ரெட் பண்ணாதான் ஒரு ஐ திங்க் அட் ஒன் பாயிண்ட் சென்சிட்டைசேஷனையே ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிடணும். People should be completely sensitized. We don't have to even talk about it. சார் சொன்னார் இல்லை அவங்கள வித்தியாசமாக நடத்த வேண்டாம், நார்மலாக எப்படின்னு. இன்னைக்கு கூட நான் எங்கள் பிள்ளைங்களை கூட்டிகிட்டு போயிட்டு எங்கே ரோட்டில் கூட்டிகிட்டு போனாலும் ஐயோ பாவன்னு தான் அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட்டு வேர்டு வெளியில் வருதே தவிர அந்த பசங்களுக்கும் ஒரு எபிலிட்டி இருக்குது, இங்கே ஒரு ஸ்கூல் இருக்குது, அந்த எபிலிட்டியை வெளியில் கொண்டு வருவாங்கங்கிறத வந்து யோசிச்சு பார்க்க மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க. அவங்க ஏன் யோசிச்சு பார்க்க மாட்டேங்கிறாங்கன்னா அதை பற்றி அவங்களுக்கு தெரியாத காரணத்தினால. ஸோ இன்னைக்கு இங்கே வந்தாங்க, நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கொடுத்துருக்காங்கன்னா இதுலேருந்து நாம் வெளியில் என்ன எடுத்துகிட்டு போகிறோம் அதை நாம் எப்படி ஸ்ப்ரெட் பண்ணுறோம். ஐ திங்க் ஆல் ஆஃப் யூ ஹேவ் தட் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி. யூனிவர்சிட்டியை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் அவங்க ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி நம்மளை கூப்பிட்டு அந்த அவேர்னஸ் கொடுக்குறது. இதுக்கப்புறம் இதோட இது ஸ்டாப் பண்ணாமல் ஹவு டு வி டேக் திஸ், ஹவு டு வி பெனிஃபிட் ஃப்ரம் திஸ், அதுதான் ஐ திங்க் நாம் திருப்பி யூனிவர்சிட்டிக்கு கொடுக்குற அந்த ஒரு நன்றி கடன். தட் இஸ் சம்திங் தட் ஐ வாண்ட் ஆல் ஆஃப் யூ டு டேக் பேக். கண்டிப்பாக நம்மளுக்கு தெரிஞ்ச விஷயத்த ஷேர் பண்ணணும், நம்ம நீட்ஸை சொல்லணும். பாண்டிச்சேரியில் சர்வே ஒன்று பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னார். we are going to cover like வீடு வீடாக போய் எடுக்கிறோம் டேட்டா. பிகாஸ் ஈவன் டுடே வாட் ஐ ரியலைஸ் கிராமப்புறங்களில் வந்து இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு குழந்தை இருக்கு அக்செப்டன்ஸே இன்னும் வரல. and we are talking about digitalizing everything, right? you are talking about technology. இல்லை கொஞ்சம் வந்து பேச்சு வரல, இல்லைன்னா கொஞ்சம் நடக்க முடியல அப்படின்னு தான் அந்த அம்மா சொல்கிறாங்களே தவிர இல்லை என் குழந்தைகிட்ட ஏதான ஒரு பிரச்சனை இருக்கும், இருக்குன்னு கூட சொல்ல வேண்டாம், இருக்கலாம், அதுக்கு நான் எங்கே போகணும், அந்த ஹெசிடேஷன் மாறணும். திஸ் மித் தட் சரௌண்ட்ஸ் டிசபிலிட்டியில் இன்னுமே பாவம் பண்ணவங்க இப்படியே தான் பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கோம். they need extra support. Yes, they definitely need all our support, but they need more empathy. பாவம்னு சிம்பத்தி வேண்டாம். we need to empathize them and empower all of them. அப்படி தான் மேபி ஒரு 100 டாக்டர் சிதம்பரம் and all of them நம்ம இங்கே கிரியேட் பண்ண முடியும். and thank you very much for this vision. we are always there supporting you in whatever way you want. and உங்க எல்லாருக்குமே I think we should take this promise. இன்னைக்கு இங்கே கற்றுக்க போகிறத வந்து let us take it out and share it with everybody. thank you very very much.
I was also in charge of placement this year in my department. There was a hearing impaired student by name Gokula Priya, and she cannot hear even with hearing aids. Okay, and we were arranging placement, and our team there was a visit by one popular company IDB. And we told the HR about the candidate that she is having a special need, and the HR contacted her through her accessible means, and he was very encouraging, and you know, she was selected, she was placed in that company. Could you imagine what was her package? It is 8 lakh CTC. 8 lakh CTC, which means she is going to get at least 60,000 in hand every month to begin with. So, that was, I felt that was a real achievement. That was instead of achievement, I should say I was very happy. And I can also realize that it is not the NGOs, it is not the DPOs alone who are concerned about the cause of disabled or the differently abled. The companies, the business people are also equally concerned. They are also ready to help. That feeling I got when Gokula Priya was selected, I was very happy for her. I mailed her, I told her that I am very happy, and in case of any issues, we are here to help her. And we are looking to carry forward that legacy of placing all the differently able, not just giving education. Of course, education is very important, but the ultimate goal of education is have a livelihood. And I am really proud that one of our students has got such a well-placed career. So even now, the current first years asked me, one hearing impaired asked me about placement, and I told her, it is easy, don't worry. First, have good education, have good knowledge. So if that is there, then, as ma'am said, now people are coming forward. And credit should definitely go to people like Chidambaram, because that sensitization, that training programs, all these things are now paying dividends. They are not paying dividends maybe 10 years back, but they are starting to pay dividends. It's like sowing your seeds, and it will take time to grow. So that now it's coming, and we are getting the fruits. I'm sure that things will become better. And as ma'am said, time will come when there will be no disparity between a normal or a differently abled. I think that time will definitely come in very shortly. So, with that positive note, now I request our Varadakutty sir, a chartered accountant. I think Victor sir has said sufficiently about sir and his features. It's DPOs, or the slogan will be for us, by us. It's we do it for us. So that concept is the real mantra for success of some good DPOs, and sir is a good example for that. So now we request sir to deliver the special address. Sir, please.
Also my friend Dr. Chidambaram, who has invited me for this workshop, and also the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and my friends from the disability sector. இப்போ வந்து மேடம் வந்து இப்போ 2 லாங்குவேஜில் பேசினாங்க, தமிழ் and English. So I was worried whether I should speak in Tamil or in English, because most of you might be interested to listen in Tamil. Because people, when I was in the taking breakfast, many even requested, sir, you please speak in Tamil. So thank you so much, madam, for leading the way. And I've seen Dr. Chidambaram from his early period when he was president of the Graduate Association for the Blind in Tamil Nadu. And he was very much instrumental in getting hundreds of people like him to get the government jobs. Even he'll get himself arrested by the police when he fought for the differently abled people on the roads. Because that is that type of man. Today we see him very politely and for me also, today I am 73, and most of you may not know how much difficulties I crossed in all these 40 years. So when I was a child born in a holy town, Kanchipuram, my parents were very much religious. Their thinking was that I should be given some shop in my house so that I will manage without any difficulty. But when we see the world, a lot of things have happened. I have gone to many countries like US, Singapore, Hong Kong, where I see a lot of developments have taken place. They are far ahead of us by 40 years. 40 years. Till now we are primitive when we compare with other countries. And the Pondicherry, Portorial, because I am a regular visitor, till my friend Dr. Narayanan was alive. There was one Dr. Narayanan. He was Pondicherry Associate. He was the president of Pondicherry Physically Challenged Association. And you know that he fought with the government. In a government function, he asked me to get a place next to governor. So that is the spirit our disabled friends have in their attitude and in their mind. Fight for the rights. And Nangalo the Chennai and Tamil Nadu, we fought for the differently abled friends. And today one gentleman was telling that I have come from Chennai, driving driving a scooter and traveling around 100 kilometers from 150 kilometers. I was just listening because I have gone in scooter from Chennai to Delhi. And not only me, 10 people like me in the three-wheeler scooters. I saw some three-wheeler scooters outside this hall. So like that, about 10-15 scooters from Chennai, we went to Delhi. And that time we met Mrs. Sonia Gandhi and our president, then the social welfare ministers and all. Our motto was to integrate the differently abled people population across the country. And we also made a program of integration of all the disabled people's organizations in Tamil Nadu. We conducted Kumari Mudal Kotevai. That is, we went through, we traveled in scooters in all the districts in the Tamil Nadu state and almost all the villages. We integrated the differently abled people. Why I am telling that? We have crossed all these ways to reach what is the person status. See, those days, as Madam was telling, when a Pagar Purde, you Tata Enna Pam and Nalo Pam Payanake, because he is handicapped, because his grandfather or great grandfathers have done the same. That was the attitude, that was the approach those days. But they say that they put the blame on the forefathers, not on the people. So, and moreover also, when a child is disabled in a family, see, even for people, that Kitan king getting married, who Anga வந்து ஒரு மாற்றுத்திறனாளி குழந்தை இருக்கு, ஐயோ அது நம்ம கல்யாணத்துக்கு நம்ம குழந்தை கொடுத்தோமானா அவளுக்கும் பறக்க போற பிள்ளையும் வந்து இது போல பறக்குமோ அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஃபியர்லாம் இருக்கு. Those were days in early 60s like that. See, those years there was no choice for the people. I did have a choice to choose whatever the subject I wanted, because I wanted to become a mathematician, because I was as a good mathematics, and I stood first in the Kanchipuram the district those years. I did my SLC in 1965. Then after that I wanted to do PhD in mathematics. I was refused a seat in college because I am disabled. I cannot take the first group where I have to do all this chemistry and all. So those years, first group. So denied. So denial of the opportunity to choose whatever the subjects you want. Then I have been driven to the third group where of course the commerce was there. I did my commerce and BCom, and then again getting job is very difficult. So I was pushed to the CA course. My parents hoping that at least let him sit in the house and do some accounting work. And friends, today I am very happy to say that I am a chartered accountant handling C&D audits of many government sectors and employing in my office about 15 people working under me and doing audit of banks, where I was denied a job in a bank job because of my difficulty. So I was doing the audit of bank. Why I am telling you that? Because our disabled friends are here, differently abled friends are here, they should not think that the future is bleak, the future is bright, because people like Dr. Chidambaram and dignitaries on the dais who are always very empathetic on our cause. And I was told by Chidambaram that the Pondicherry University Library is a wonderful university and international level, has got all the facilities. So I'm very thankful to you, sir, for the university providing all the facilities. And what is the status of the differently abled people today? Today we are talking about, as Madam was telling that in those days there was a moral, as a moral, that is people seeing the disabled people, they feel pity, they want to give some charity and all those days. And if you see the blind people, they were singing, only they say that for the people with visual disabilities, you learn some music, you will earn your livelihood. Those days have changed, because you can see Dr. Chidambaram and lot of people in Tamil Nadu, one person with visual disability, he was a principal of a college, he was managing the college. So these are the developments that have taken place in the last 40 years. And the first one, because those days there was no reservation. The government, the officer, if he wants, suppose after saying that whether this boy can do the job, then only they will take, no reservation, nothing. When I was doing my BCom and other CA course, I was denied job. Then to tell you one thing, that I was appearing for an interview in a bank, leading bank. I don't want to mention the name of the bank, leading bank. I was denied the job because my both legs are disabled and I cannot do the job. I see now people who are crawling, they are the officers in the bank. Because that time, when I was refused a job, I filed a case against the bank. Then went to the court. Then in the meantime, I passed my CA. When the judgment came, then they said that the disabled people, once they are cleared by these special authorities, they should not be denied any job in any government department. And accessibility. See, in many places, because I have been I've been doing the audit of some government sector. When I want to meet the director, he is in the first floor. Then now, because I am appointed by CNDT, the director is coming down. How many people can ask the directors to come down and speak? So that's why we say that all the public buildings should be accessible. Even in one case, when I went to discuss with the CEO of a big company, a big corporation, government corporation, there were ramps. But when I wanted to use the ramp, it was blocked by the car. It was blocked by a car. Then I had discussion with the CEO of a bank. Why I am telling the name of the bank. Indian Overseas Bank. I went to the head office. I went to, I was having a discussion with the MD for one of my clients for some loan projects. Then the ramp was blocked. Then I had to use the staircase because I already have, will take two assistants with me. He has pulled me along in the wheelchair and then put me. Then I used the lifts and with the MD I discussed. After my discussion is over, I told MD, sir, there was a ramp. This ramp was intended for our purpose. Whether I come or not, whether any person with disability uses that ramp, the ramp should not be, the way to the ramp should not be blocked. And what is the problem, you ask me? So when I wanted to come to this bank, the ramp was blocked. There was a car. Then immediately called the security, check up whose car is that. They call the driver. Unfortunately, it was the car of the MD. See, why I am telling is that MD is not asking his driver to park the car, blocking the ramp. But there is no sensitivity amongst the people that this ramp is intended for the people with disabilities and we should not park. So, so that was the attitude. Then we have to change the attitude of the people, because the disability is more severe because of the attitude of the people, not because of their disability. Because I was handling a lot of cases for disabled friends. In one case, a person with a disability was denied a seat in an engineering college. Then on behalf of the girl, we filed a case. Then we went to the court, and the court ruled the disability is not an individual, disability is in the institution. You have your class in the first floor and say that the person cannot come to the first floor. Can you, unless there are steps, can you go to the first floor? We are putting steps for you to climb. At the same time, when the person with disability, they cannot climb, we have to either put a lift or make the class come down to the ground floor and offer the course. So then we got the seat for the girl. Now she is working in a big computer company. Why I am telling you all these things? Opportunities are denied because of the inaccessibilities. If everything is accessible, you are not disabled, I am not disabled. Unless there is a ramp, because there are only 3 steps. How much space it occupies to put a ramp? And I am very happy that Pondicherry University has understood what is the gradient of the ramp and all. In many places it is not a ramp, it is a slope. They put a slope and they said it is a ramp. So I am very, very happy that this Pondicherry University is fully disabled friendly. I should not call disabled, I should call everybody as a differently able. Differently able. Our Chief Minister, Dr. Kalanja, said that he said all his officials, you don't call them as disabled, you call them as a differently able. He has even gone to the extent of passing a GO to use the word differently able only in all the government files and all. So nowadays, in the last 40 years, I see a lot of changes. Those days, as Madam said, people take pity on us and then say, why you are coming, why you are எதுக்கு உங்களை இவ்வளோ சிரமப்பட்டு நீங்கள் வரீங்க, நீங்கள் வீட்டிலே இருந்துக்கலாமே, ஏன் வரீங்க நீங்கள் அப்படி தான் கேட்பாங்க முன்னெல்லாம். இப்போல்லாம் அப்படி கேட்கறது இல்லை. We'll help you. You want any help, people will ask. So the attitude is changed. So I am happy that the attitude of the people is changed. The rights of the people, the person with disability are ensured, and we have to go a long way, because it is not enough. I said earlier I told that we are 40 years behind when compared to other countries. Nowadays, recently only the Tamil Nadu government has taken steps to put the buses disabled friendly because of the court's order. The court said that within certain period you have to make all the buses accessible, public buildings accessible, and educational institutions should be accessible. So within next 10-15 years, I think that there's a very good period for people like us. We hope for the best, and once again I thank the dignitaries of the dais of the Pondicherry University, Madam and my dear friend Dr. Chidambaram, who has given me this opportunity. The next 2 days, நீங்கள் எல்லாரும் வந்து தமிழில் தான் கேட்க போறீங்க. I think that Mr. Chidambaram has instructed all the speakers to speak in Tamil in the next 2 days. So all our people will listen to he has chosen a lot of very good experts to listen to them, and I am happy that more than 25 people have come from our association to participate in a seminar from various districts from Kanyakumari to Chennai. So all of you, please listen to the speakers explaining the various their experiences, and take forward, as Madam suggested, you take forward this message, to take forward this training, and train the people at the grassroots level and do all your service. And thank you so much, Dr. Sirambaram and the team. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So it is indeed a great pleasure to be part of this inauguration of this 2-day workshop on sensitizing and training disabled people's organization. So I am happy that HEPSN, Pondicherry University, and Department of Empowerment and Person with Disabilities, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India, are jointly organizing this. And also I am very happy that our university is actively participating. Different part of our university like Department of Management Studies and the Center for Study, Social Exclusion and Inclusion Policy, and library. And of course, I thank Madam Satya Special School for being act as a knowledge partners for this 2-day workshop. So, as all of you know, so Pondicherry University is actively participating and actively contributing this Sir Cell with differently abled people. So, I don't know, some of you may not know, we are in every construction, we take care of this person with differently abled people, and we got praise also from Indian government among the universities, if I am not wrong. So, our universities from starting onwards, since it is located in Pondicherry, we are more concerned about the developing as well as needy people. That's why if you see many universities, if we say Vice Chancellor is the first head of the institution. But if you see the next in command is generally Pro Vice Chancellor. They say Pro Vice Chancellor. Then all the other administration comes. So whereas in our Act and Statutes, so it is mentioned the next to Vice Chancellor is Director of Studies, they are Education Innovation and Rural Reconstruction. So since it is the rural area, so we have given our Act and Statutes gives more importance to the underdeveloped and developing societies. So since the differently abled is one of the important of this area, so as Madam told, more than 30,000 people are there here to the needy people who needs really help from this type of societies. So Mr. Sirambaram also told that when he invited me, just 2 days ago only I came to know about this. So when he invited me, today actually I have a class, 9:30 to 10:30 class. I cancelled that class so to attend this function because I can have this class after 12 o'clock also. So I cancelled class, I accepted it, and I told him, see, the importance of this understanding or the workshop. So it is not only the sensitizing, as Professor Vijay Kumar already mentioned this, it is not only the sensitizing only the people who are differently abled. So it is definitely, it is everybody's responsibility. Suppose if I am an engineer, if I don't know what is the rules and regulations for the differently abled people, when I built a building, civil engineer, I should know what are the rules, what are the regulations. If, as Madam told, if the headmaster do not know, how he can implement those rules and regulations related to the differently able. So this is not the only the role of the disabled people who should know the rules. It is everybody's responsibility. So that's why I told in my class, so I ask generally the when I take the carbohydrates, for example, carbohydrates we generally eat. So carbohydrate சோறில் கூட உங்களுக்கு நிறைய சோறில் as well as அரிசி நிறைய carbohydrate is very important to our body. பட் நிறைய பேருக்கு வந்து ஈவன் கிளாஸில் நீங்கள் போய் கேட்டிங்கன்னா கூட கார்போஹைட்ரேட்டில் என்ன பண்ணுது நம்ம உடம்புல அப்படின்னு நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரியாது. ஸோ ஈவன் என் கிளாஸில் எம்எஸ்சி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸே கேட்பேன், எது நம்ம மூச்சு விடுறதும் மூச்சு வெளியில் விடுறதும் எதுக்கு பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னு கேட்டாவே நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரியாது. என்ன எல்லாம் இதுக்கு எல்லாமே வந்து கார்போஹைட்ரேட்டுக்கு வந்து சம்மந்தம் இருக்குது. நம்ம ரொம்ப குளிர் அடிக்கும் போது நம்ம உடம்பு வந்து அப்படியே ஷிவர் ஆகும், உதறும். இது எதுக்கு நடக்குது அப்படின்னு கேட்டாலும் நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரியாது. ஸோ இது எல்லாமே வந்து கார்போஹைட்ரேட்டில் லிங்க் இருக்குது. கார்போஹைட்ரேட் இப்போ வந்து நம்ம சாப்பிட்ற சாப்பாட்டிலேருந்து அந்த நம்ம பாடி சூடு வருது. பாடி சூடு வந்து ஆக்சுவலாக வந்து 37.5 டிகிரி அது மெயின்டைன் பண்ணணும். அதுக்காக தான் வந்து ஷிவர் ஆகி நம்ம உடம்பு வந்து அதை ரீச் பண்ணணும். நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா குளிர் காலத்தில் நம்ம பாடி வந்து ரொம்ப சூடாக இருக்கும், வெயில் காலத்தில் ஸ்வெட் ஆகி நம்ம உடம்பு கூலாக இருக்கும். ஸோ இதெல்லாம் வந்து பேசிக் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங். But these are the simple things also the chemistry students do not know. So this is even in the era of digital era where everything is there in the Wikipedia or Google, everything is there. But still we don't know how to reach it. We don't know how to understand it. We don't know how to implement it. How to also take it. Because if you go to doctor also, whatever the disease, it is there in the website, it is there in the especially in our Wikipedia, all those things. But still we don't understand. That's where we need the doctors. That's where we need the people to tell what is really happening, how to handle this disease, all those things. So because of corona, we know the importance of disease and more awareness now. So the awareness is very important. So in that way only I take it as this 2-day workshop is very important. It is many of you may not know the many rules. You may be thinking that I could see the faces of you. You are feeling as if you are very sad. I don't like this type of attitude. See, if you see the humans, whether you are disabled or differently able or normal human being, see, if you see the consciousness is very important. How you feel, the consciousness. If you see the consciousness, உங்கள் மனசில் நீங்கள் என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்க அப்படின்றது தான் ரொம்ப முக்கியம். வாட் எவர் யூ ஃபீல் யூ வில் பிகம். That is the nature of our mind. So while your consciousness, you be conscious, you be happy. So nothing else is going to change. Be confident. So in life, the confidence is very important. So how you will get the confidence? If you do not have a confidence, then you cannot grow. So how you will get the confidence? By knowing the facts, by knowing the data. So that is where, if you know certain rules, our Dr. Sidambaram is very good at this. If you know certain rules, you know the rights. If you know the rights, then you don't feel that if somebody is helping you, it is your right. So if you have these data, that is very important. So that is why these type of the workshops are very important. And in that way, so compared to other people, the disabled people need more help. So the more number of this type of workshop should be held. So our organization, our university is always supporting this. And in fact, Satya Special School always collaborate with this. They organize many events. I used to see dance program in the JN auditorium also. Nowadays, madam, I would like to see more this type of program. So because we would like to have more and more, because she is very close to us. So in that way, we would like to have more collaborations In fact, Professor Tarin used to interact with her and invite her in the instead of normal program, let us have the dance program from the Satya Special School. Like this, we arranged also. So it is, our history is like this. We are always say yes to this type of program. And there are three things I would like to, in presence of you, I would like to request our HEPSN. So there are a lot of things to be done for the disabled people. I should congratulate the HEPSN for organizing such a program. And as we know, we are coming out with many new buildings, and I request our HEPSN to make sure that whether it is disabled friendly. So of course now all are disabled friendly only, but still it is their responsibility to make sure that these are all disabled friendly. It is in the construction stage only, so it is not the final stage. I request the Chidambaram and other people to make sure that whether you are welcome. I am actually the advisory board coordinator, so you are welcome. So I will also convey to the our PMC to make sure that this is disabled friendly. This is one thing. Then second thing is, as when Madam mentioned, so many people not know actually what are in government, especially in our university, what is there for the disabled people, what are the different courses, what are the facilities. It is there only in prospectus. So I request HEPSN to make the video regarding this. So I'll help them to talk to EMRC to make one video, so that in the first page itself it should be there, what is there in the disabled friendly. So instead of going and then checking inside this prospectus, if it is there in the first page itself, so anybody can click it, or it should be disabled friendly also. So visually handicapped also, they should be able to see. You make one video or any document, so that it should reach the people who really in need. So now the another important thing is, now the selection process is going on in university. Many of the we have very good faculties here, but still we are not able to fill up all the quota it is given for the disabled friendly. So like locomotor visibility or visibly impaired, all this quota we are not able to fill. That means we don't have a candidate for this type of quota. So in this aspect, so this type of the workshop, and also if you have the video like this, students will come here and then they can take this opportunity to study here, and then they will get their degree and then get their job. This is another thing. And also one more thing, now our India is going towards the National Education Policy 2020. So central universities like us is playing a major role in this. So if we see this NEP to 2020, so I don't know how many of you has gone through this. It is basically now we are going towards, instead of the only the bookish knowledge, we are going towards now the skill development. So we first year after +2, first year it will be like a certificate course. Whatever the skill they develop, they can go with certificate course. They can exit that program. Then they can join other universities also. So in the second year, they can go with a diploma, or they can go with a job, or they can go and join in the other universities also, continue their studies. The third year, they can finish with the degree, and then bachelor degree, and the fourth year honors degree. Then after honors, instead of completing the masters, after honors they can join directly PhD also. So these are the advantages of this national education policy. I like to tell that our HEPSN also to actively participate, to involve in the curriculum development for the skill set. What are the skill set you require for the disabled friendly people? How they can get a job within a certificate course, within the that is diploma or degree. So if you can able to make the really good curriculum for their skill set, irrespective of the any course, then it is very useful for this community. So these are the some of the points I thought I will share with you. So I actually request all of you take this opportunity. As Madam said, it is not easy to access the Pondicherry University. So it is our experts are the renowned people, internationally renowned people. So take their help and get their phone number. If possible, keep the WhatsApp group and then keep in touch with them. Don't hesitate to contact. So sky is the limit. Not only for other, it is disabled friendly also. Sky is the limit. So you have very good opportunities. Don't plan your the limit to only certain limits. So you plan. So sky, you can whatever you want, you can achieve it. So be confident. So all the best to all of you. Thank you.
Vanakkam. So it's a lengthy inauguration program because it's a sensitization. I hope the sensitization has almost happened now itself, it seems. So irrespective of whether you attend the sessions or not, I mean, I'm not saying that you should not attend, you have to, but that shows the seriousness, that how serious is the university administration in supporting the cause of persons with disabilities. Our director sir is spending his time, I mean, almost around 2 hours he is with us, and he has cancelled his class also. On that you can see the culture of the university. Somebody who is at the height, he is talking about going to the class and giving paramount importance to the classes. So that shows what is the work culture that we have here. So that is one of the great features of Pondicherry University. So Pondicherry University won the Best Role Model Institution Award in the year 2011, I guess, 2010-11. But before that itself, the university had a culture. The university always have a culture of feeling everybody inclusive. I joined this university in 2006. Then during that time I was working in Bangalore in IT companies, and life was very happy with the lucrative salary, etc. I mean, I had no idea to come to the interview. But then 3 days before the interview, there was a call from the Pondicherry University administration asking me that, sir, you are coming to the interview, what are the facilities that we have to arrange for you to attend the interview? I think it was in 2006, and you are getting a call from a central university administration for a person who is coming for an interview, who is not an employee. And that is the culture that won the award in the year 2010. It's not simply the numbers, it is actually the culture that matters. So when we have an ambience in the university and we all work together to keep that culture alive and to grow further, to make all the people feel inclusive and they feel like part of the university. As our chief guest Radhakuti sir said, most of the persons with disabilities are sidelined by selecting only the courses that are not having science component. But we here at the Pondicherry University can proudly say that we take people in all possible disciplines, and I can proudly say that I have completed 5 PhD scholars under my supervision, and out of that 2 are persons with disabilities. One person is having a hearing disability who is from Kashmir, and he has completed now, he is working in government of Kashmir now. And another person who has completed now, and he is having a kind of a physical disability. And now currently also we are having a person with visual impairment who is doing PhD in computer science and engineering course in our department. That shows that it is not only that you can study Tamil or social work or something that does not require any laboratory or anything. So as Sir said, sky is the limit. So only disability is the negative attitude. So if you don't have the negative attitude, if you have the positive environment, and as you see here, Sidambaram sir is making all the efforts to bring all of you here. It is not only so that like we are conducting one workshop. It's not one more workshop in the university. It is a kind of a workshop that requires a lot of time and energy from so many people to organize. It is not a workshop from a department. Usually the university departments organize workshop, all the scholars and the students will be there and they will do everything. But here most of the work I can say is done by the Chidambaram sir and Chidambaram sir only. So he is taking everything, and in the last workshop I saw that he even brought his son also to do some of the work, and that shows the commitment of, it is not pricing somebody, I am not going to get anything by pricing sir. It is that we have something here that shows that we wanted to do positive work. So part of the university, as part of the university, I would like to thank all of you who have taken your time, and particularly for the gentleman who have driven 150 kilometers in a 3-wheel fitted scooter. Who is he? Can you just show your hands? Yeah, so we all can clap for him that. Yeah, so 280 kilometers, that's not a joke, right? Because I used to drive a 3-wheel fitted scooter and I know how much back pain it will create if you drive. It's not like normally driving a bike. If you drive a 3-wheel fitted scooter, it will pull on one side. So after 100 kilometers, you will get a lot of back pain. And really salute you that you have taken your pains to come here and make full use of the university. And I would like to thank our director, sir, Professor Tharani Kandu, sir, for taking time, and our chief librarian, sir,